you're looking for a couple of X factors. Nebraska's got to find a way to neutralize Michigan's tight end play.
Yeah.
Operation Bailout. Those guys are good. Can't allow for too many free releases. Figure out where those guys are sitting down. It's kind of Underwood's safety blanket. And then the other thing is you got to think of it as like a falling building, like collapsing. You don't have to get Underwood to the ground,
Mm-hmm.
but you do want to collapse the pocket,
Yeah.
right? You want to shrink it. And if he's gonna step anywhere, it has to be up
Mm-hmm.
and not out. When he steps out, he's more apt to want to get out, even though he's not like super assertive with it.
Mm-hmm.
But when he steps up, his eyes are up and he's still looking to throw the football. So I think those little nuances, which I know Nebraska would probably be well aware of.
Yeah.
Um, shoot, we look for every little tendency. I know they do.
For sure. Yeah.
We're kind of weird.
When you say that you think he's not as assertive to scramble when he steps out, is that like
he's more assertive?
Oh, he's more assertive to
out
than he is up.
Up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Out.
I misunderstood.
Yeah.
So he's not one of those guys you think
when he's climbing the pocket,
he's still looking
it's
to
typically to deliver the football.
Yeah. More like the pocket passer type that I think he wants to be.
Yeah.
He's
got a big arm.
I haven't been super impressed with Michigan's receivers. Tight ends, yes.
Yeah.
Receivers, you think that's a place Nebraska can?
No, Nebraska. Now, if they want to win, that's a match. So, like, if you went through categories and you gave them scores, I think there's two places Nebraska has to win for sure.
Okay.
And they're both outside the numbers. Nebraska's receivers against Michigan's DBs, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Nebraska's DBs against Michigan wide receivers. I think they have to win.
Yeah.
Because I think there are as many questions about Michigan's offensive line as there is Nebraska's defensive line.
I would agree.
To the narrative of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I think both fan bases feel the same about those respective units.
Yeah.
Could be good. Need a little time. We'll see. Not sure. Like
I haven't seen what they wanted to yet.
I feel like that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think Michigan's linebackers have a little bit of an advantage over Nebraska's linebackers, but it depends on who's playing and how they want to play it for Nebraska. On the hoof, Michigan's second level guys are pretty good.
So this might be one of those things where I saw it once or twice, and now I think it's a thing and not just a mistake. So I did want to ask you this about their linebackers specifically. It seemed like to me they struggled in coverage a couple times.
A bit.
Was that why yesterday you're like maybe it's a Harburg game?
Yeah, and some of it is eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like pre-snap and eye candy. And I don't know how much I can take away from Oklahoma because Oklahoma was clearly the better team, but I think they're still looking for Oklahoma's tight ends. And if Mateer was a little bit more accurate,
he missed some for sure.
They're probably getting busy. So I don't know if it's what I see so far. It doesn't mean it's not correctable.
Yeah.
But it seems like a tight end kind of game for Nebraska. And they're a little undersized at linebacking spot.
Yeah.
Osmond's
they're not
a big
huge.
guy. Now he brings some thump now. He got some lead in his number 2, but
like Lindemeyer's going to be a lot bigger than their linebackers.
So there's lots of little games within the game. Surprisingly, so if you go back and watch Nebraska, I still feel like EJ's taking some shots he hasn't seen.
I would agree.
He gets tackled with his back to the defense a ton.
Or at least like with his head turned.
At some point, I don't know. That's annoying. I'd like for him to be able to see defenders coming more, but how he's utilized in the pass game and stuff, like some of that's just going to happen.
Yeah.
But he takes some. He's a tough hombre.
He's taking some hits.
He gets undercut
a lot,
quite a bit.
Yeah,
quite a bit.
He's definitely taking some hits. I do wonder. That's kind of why I brought up Mosey yesterday because I think if I don't love the way the linebackers cover,
getting him out in space. I think that's going to be a thing.
Like if I don't think the linebackers are great at covering, and you move him around a little bit, I think you can get some matchups that they're not going to love.
Like this quarterback
on
matchup,
Mosey.
it's fascinating because I don't think you. It's going to sound crazy.
Mhm.
If Dylan's playing well, I don't think you want him spectacular.
Mm.
I think you want him in system.
So by spectacular, you mean like running around doing
Yeah.
crazy stuff?
Yeah. I think you want him in system.
I would agree.
Because when I'm game planning, I mean, Underwood's not there yet, but he would keep me up at night more so than Dylan, even though at this particular juncture, I think Dylan is the more accomplished quarterback.
Yeah.
Just their skill sets.
Yeah, I mean, Underwood can – I mean, you can do everything right, and Underwood can still beat you.
With Underwood, the play's not over until actually the whistle blows.
Yeah.
And you're probably thinking, well, duh, it'd be like that but not so much,
Yeah.
if you understand what I'm saying. Right, the scramble where Dylan had to the side to HCU sidelines for like 5 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that thing could have gone. A lot of guys would take that thing 40, 50.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, one guy to beat and kind of got ran down from the inside out. But again, I think it was his fourth or fifth rushing first down, which is
what we asked for.
At this particular stage in the season, that's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're actually showing that they'll keep it on zone read.
Yeah.
What I would really, really love to see them do.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the savant. It was a heck of a compliment. I'm far from a savant, but if Nebraska's going to use offset backs,
mm-hmm.
like Migos,
Quavo,
offset, I'd like frontside handoff, fake,
mm-hmm.
zone read away. So it's almost like it's a blind read where I want the tailback read here, but tailback here, because front side keeps those play side linebackers on us. So I want the fake here.
Mm-hmm.
I want backside in to close for dive, and I would love for Dylan to move away from back on either RPO or QB run game. So it's very, very hard.
In that scenario, what keeps the blind side?
Nothing really keeps it. Nothing really keeps him honest because I don't think he respects Dylan as a dual threat guy. So he kind of jacks around. I'm just watching Bellevue West QB run game.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, what would I do? This is what I like. They fold block here. Like it's the game within the game, right? How can we neutralize this quarterback and stop the RPO?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a lot of that stuff just is birthed in,
like, trying to game plan.
Yeah.
What's funny is I've
said this for years, and it's hard without tape. And Nebraska did it with Amir, and it popped. They were left for dead in East Lansing. Finally hit a frontside handoff with Amir as an offset back because nothing really slows you. Anytime you see offset backs, inside linebackers are always thinking zone read.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so slow developing because it's right to left or left to right. It's almost never downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have time, right? Because you need, backers to secure first and climb to second. Man, quick hitters are hard. They almost act like dive, and they're on you right now.
Yeah.
So you just need something to keep teams honest, especially teams that read guards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a lot to say. There's a couple of wrinkles I think they can come up with. I mean, you could use orbit motion with Mosey and come around from the front side handoff and just think option, right? We used to run this play called freeze where the fake comes here and we're back out this way to the left, which if you're not on video, that's terrible radio. But, we used to call it freeze option. We had 11-19 wall option where it's very similar. But if you want to keep that backside end at bay, because Michigan will game with backside pressures.
Yeah.
And you'd like to be able to keep those guys honest.
It's funny that you brought that up. I saw a video clip yesterday just on TikTok of somebody showing the blindside read on a frontside fake.
Was it college?
Yes, I can't remember who it was, but it was. What I was trying to figure out is like how do you keep like you're talking about how do you keep that blindside guy honest?
You know what I would do?
What's that?
I would either give me an orbit backside back as an option deal,
Like to pitch it?
or I would get in a 2-by and use my number 2 receiver as my RPO guy.
So you would do
Right?
it as
so if
so
I'm
you
here,
would do
so
it
if
as
I'm
the
here,
frontside fake.
frontside fake, and I'm coming this way, I want
You still have an option to
I
throw
want
it.
an option here or here.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
So that's how you keep the
I would either run it out of doubles or give me motion.
Gotcha. Because that's how you keep the end honest is if he
This is the game within the game.
doesn't collapse on the running back, then you still have a throw option.
Yeah.
I like that. That was not on the clip that I saw. They didn't have I didn't look like they had an RPO
That's
option.
just what I would do.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea. I like it.
No, I know what gives us fits.
Let's draw it up. Can we send it to coach?
No. No, he already thinks I'm crazy.
I like it.
I was asking him. I'm not even going to talk about it. Do you know how sometimes you think you're talking about something and you think it's pretty good, and you just want insight?
Yeah.
And the response is not exactly as detailed as your question, so it gives you the impression that
Feels dismissive.
a little.
Yeah.
But I understood his point. You know, he basically, to what I was talking about was, sure, unless you're an outside zone, you have good angles. Because I was just asking him about some things. But my question was much longer than the response, which was like,
You feel some kind of way about it?
well, it's early. I know you ain't doing anything.
Like you text me back while you're walking, coach.
Go Big Red.
You know, give me some detail. But anyway,
No,
there's a lot of little cool things.
Yeah.
That I would like to. I would just want to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, I don't have obviously the schematic, but the one thing I was like, I think I want to make their linebackers cover.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal, right? You want
corners to tackle.
Yeah, you want
linebackers
to
cover.
You want to set corners to tackle and linebackers to cover.
Yeah.
Shoot, they put Donnie in, even HCU put Donnie in conflict to tackle on the perimeter.
Which Michigan does that a lot, don't they?
Listen, because of yes, they do.
Michigan makes corners tackle a lot.
Yes, they do. Yeah. Yes, they do. They use short side. They crack, replace. They use those condensed sets.
Yeah.
The long play. Look at what happened on the long play that Justice Haynes scored on against Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Unblocked corner on the backside. Not used to being there in conflict as kind of the boundary guy.
Yeah.
And Haynes ran right by him. He's free.
Yeah. Can I
So sometimes that can get you because that's what OCs try to do now.
Yeah. They try and get guys to do the thing they're not good at. I sort of, if that's the game plan for Michigan, which I think it is.
Their schemes look a lot alike. They give you a lot of window dressing to get to what they like to do.
I kind of like that for Nebraska. Like I think Donovan Jones and Andrew Marshall in particular are good tacklers.
Yeah.
Like I think if that's the game plan, that's not a terrible look for Nebraska.
Yeah, the thing about it is they got to be able to hold up at the point of attack.
Sure.
They do. Like, we work it all the time. Where sometimes the way that we like to play it, we'll actually have our corners play against getting, like, I call it like out. Like if it's tackle tight end and there's no true number one, and he's over a tight end, first of all, get to where you can see. But if that tight end gets to you now, like if he comes now, like we work on how to play that.
Yeah.
You're typically giving up some girth.
Sure.
And the cavalry's got to come running. But you see that a lot now where the long play that Emma scored on. I mean, that second run, they were going to make that corner make the play.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he didn't make the play.
Right.
So you see it a lot now. You have got to be able to get guys to the ground.
A lot of that, though, is like being willing to take on the point of attack. A lot of that's just willingness, right?
Yeah, and I think it's trust. If I'm a contained guy and don't play peekaboo inside, and there's a lot.
Trust that the other guys are going to be where they need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We walk through a couple of those fits with Deshaun fitting off McCullough. Deshaun Singleton fitting off Deshaun McCullough.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, you can play peekaboo, but if the second level guy goes first and he declares,
Mm-hmm.
let your third level guy make him right. We I mean, not to keep making it about our own practices, but we're very specific in our skelly this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of their RPO game and getting out with quick game with twos and threes. Like we run, like you got to run,
Yeah.
and you need to declare.
Well, that's the wrong fast
I
versus
don't
wrong
want our
slow thing, right?
safeties guessing,
Yeah.
right? If two bubbles or three comes down, like I mean, we're smoking,
Yeah.
right? So, like we just have to see it over and over and over again.
Like,
Just
so those second level guys have to be super decisive.
yeah, yeah, can't dink around, and you'll hear me say it 1,000 times during a game. Can't play peekaboo,
Yeah.
right? Don't be the guy that's super sticky and you're here or you're here
Yeah.
because
You're looking ahead
we read
where
heads.
your head is at.
We
Right.
read heads.
So if your head's on the outside, but then
we're
you're
playing
playing
inside.
But then you're playing peekaboo and you
Yeah,
try to
and
go
you come
back
back
inside,
then we're
then
going
you
to
have
have two guys in the same
two
pit.
guys in one spot, and that's where it looks like, oh, the secondary player fit
Yeah.
wrong.
Or took a bad angle. That's
Yeah.
my favorite, right? It's
Yeah.
like, oh man, he took a bad angle. I'm like, I don't know, man. Look at the guy setting the edge in front.
Yeah.
See where his head was.
I was watching this the other day, or yeah, I was watching. I think it was Oklahoma. It was one of the Michigan games. I can't remember if it was Oklahoma or Central Michigan, which are very different games. I understand, not
Did you
similar.
see Corver Dema starts for Central Michigan?
Yeah, good for him, man.
Go ahead. I liked him as well.
And there was I was trying to figure out because there was it was I remember it was number 12. I think I messaged you about it, but it was like Twitter because I couldn't find it on my text.
Was it just me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a guy. There was number 12. He was I believe he was a linebacker. He might have been a safety. And I couldn't tell if he was supposed to box and did it poorly, or if he was
You're
trying.
interested in boxing spilling.
I love
now,
it.
aren't you?
I love it. Yeah.
It definitely matters.
And I was trying to figure out if he spilled correctly and the pursuit wasn't there. And so, like, if I'm watching as somebody who's learning this,
was it the IG reel?
Yes. Oh yeah, it might have been Instagram.
Oh, I told you that back's got to get out around that. He was playing a puller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got smoked. That's a good one. That's actually a good one. What's your question?
My question is: Did 12 do it right and his pursuit let him down, or was he supposed to box and didn't get outside far enough?
So this is not. Is it the one with Bigsby?
Oh no.
Okay.
That's a different one. I think it is on Twitter. I think it's on a Twitter DM. It was definitely from a Michigan game that I was watching on the when I was trying to figure out how much Nebraska is going to beat Michigan by, and that was a little tongue in cheek, DB.
No, okay. I'm with you. I'm looking for it because I like stuff like that.
But I was I'm trying to figure out, in generally speaking, how do I tell when a guy's supposed to be boxing versus when he's trying to spill?
So, general rule of thumb: if I'm a displaced defender, if I'm, you know what I mean when I say displaced, if I'm away from the line of scrimmage,
okay,
right?
Yeah,
I'm 90% of the time I'm probably boxing.
Okay, because you want them to come back to where the defenders are.
Correct.
Okay.
If I'm in line, or closer to the ball, I'm probably more apt to spill.
So this is like an inside linebacker versus like a safety.
Although you can box for inside linebackers within your front seven.
Sure, but that's like tackle to tackle still probably.
Correct.
But you're in that instance you'd be boxing like an inside.
We've had to make
run.
Plenty of in-game adjustments against creative run teams where we'll now all of a sudden say, "Hey, insides, instead of being a C-gap run fitter, we can't get there. We're going to box it for you now." Teams that run quick, or veer, or I'm not going to give away the secret sauce, but sometimes you have to box it for your insides because it's just on you too quick.
This is what you do against Miller North, right?
Teams
that old Miller North
teams that can run the ball with one back in between the tackles, we have to defend much differently.
Gotcha.
Most teams that get in one back
want to run outside
are off tackle or outside zone teams.
Yeah.
If you're pretty good with your QB run game and inside zone, we have to play it different. But I mean, we've seen it enough now where we know what
you want to do.
We know what we want to do.
Yeah, but it does have to be different.
It presents different. You have to play it a different way.
Yeah, so I think it was.
You have to be able to play it a different way.
I believe it was on a long run from. It was either Justice Haynes. I think it was Justice. It was on a long run from Justice.
When
Haynes.
he gets one, doesn't he?
Yeah,
His vision is pretty good.
He's very boomer bust.
Yeah. So
I think that's a lot of the offensive line.
So I get it. He's extreme because he's almost at 4 bills, right?
Yeah, I think 51% of his yards are on 3 runs, though.
Yeah. Well, he's got 270-plus yard runs.
Yeah. And so, like, I get that that's still dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's, you've got this huge explosive.
He's got pretty good balance.
Yeah. I do think if you can play pretty sound and keep those 70 yards, like if you can keep his big runs to like under 20 yards,
you want a super game within the game. If you're playing Michigan, how much do you put Nebraska's front on the move?
I mean, that's a really good question.
It doesn't seem like I would do it.
You wouldn't want to do it. I don't think you'd want to do it a ton
because you
get caught,
and they play angles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Easy down blocks, easy kickouts. Like you don't want to give good angles. That's why people playing what I call fours.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard to do, but you do eliminate some angles. Now, the guys that are playing in fours are like, oh my God, man, this tackle can come right down on me. But it frees you up. And we'll talk to Michael Rosivy about.
That's what you were talking about yesterday. We were talking about playing zeros, which is like head up on the nose guard or head up on the center.
We're going to talk a ton about playing in some tight, what I would call tight fronts.
And then fours is your head up on the tackles, right?
Which is how this is the little miniature games within the games on how you really want to stop the run with your front. Because Nebraska doesn't, I mean, a lot of times you think under front, you're going to wind up in a 1, a 3, a 5, and a 7, or generally speaking, you may call it a shade. Nebraska has been, I mean, they'll play in some twos now, 2 eyes over the guards to take away angles. Like they're moving a little bit away from how they want to situate their front.
So let me ask you a question about that because I do find this really fascinating. So if you're facing a team that's going to do a lot of down blocks, right? Which Michigan does, correct?
Down kick, yeah.
Yeah. So if they're trying to come at angles at you on the
pullers or no pullers?
Let's say they do pull a lot, but say no pullers for now.
Okay, so I'm not as worried about covering guards, but sure.
So if you're, let's say if you're doing a 0 and 4s, right? So head up on the center, head up on the tackle.
If I want to alleviate downs, I'm probably closer to playing head ups. But you will have to probably take on doubles.
So here's my question: that leads to a lot of doubles, right? If they're down blocking on zeros, and fours.
they'll have to get to second level.
So that was my question: does that leave better gaps for your second level to shoot that?
If you can occupy doubles,
okay.
If you can occupy doubles, but you're right though. That's crafty, and that's the cool thing about lining up in different fronts and how to stop the run, right? Because we have to change. We're playing a particular team that's got pretty good size, right, up front. And sometimes in some of their schemes, they create some pretty good natural angles. Well, we want to alleviate that. So there'll be times we change the way that we line up.
Right.
So
yeah.
We do that all the time. I mean, that's just football.
So like if you're sitting there and you go, hey, those down blocks are really getting our defensive line.
If they know our ends are B gap players, why wouldn't they just come down on this guy? So we have to know that.
You're right.
We have to know that. They're like, oh, well, they're just going to fold. Like that tackle's going to come down, guard's going to come around. This is how we want to play it.
And
the quicker we see that, like that's why, we get paid the big bucks, right? I'm going to say right now to Jensen, hey, was that fold or did they come get us? And then I know, right? Then I'm going to say to Coach Queen, hey, listen. And Coach Queen will probably see it too. He's like, hey, those are double folds. We got to do that. You know what I mean? And so then we know what to do. Those are the kinds of things we say to each other, right? Or, hey, he's getting off clean. We want to go over, under. We want a weak side 6. Like it's just how it goes, right? Do we need to protect our insides? We're big. Where did that hit? Because we know where we're supposed to be, right? So, I mean, we're immediately looking at that iPad, and I'm going to say, hey, listen, is that backside C gap? Right? Because I know who's supposed to be there.
Right.
Hey, did that get outside of our fit? Or just however we talk. Like you just have to coach it in such a way where you can change it pretty quick. it's what we're usually better in the second half than the first half.
Sure.
But sometimes, occasionally you're too far down.
Let me ask. So you mentioned pullers, which Michigan does do a lot also.
Yeah. I think Nebraska will try to cover up.
So how does that change with pullers?
So I think when you cover up guards, you're not as apt to leave them, right? Because discipline, they're just going to get flat. The minute they see that V in the neck go away, they're down. And if you have insides that play pullers, they're going to be on the move too, which is why Michigan does so much counter. They're a very good counter team.
Yeah, you'd love that, especially a couple years ago when they were running with like Corum.
Oh,
you loved their counter.
It was incredible to watch from my vantage point.
Super simple, but unbelievably
well. It was so efficient.
Yeah, unbelievably
and they were so patient. And you would wake up, and it was 2nd and 3, and you're like, how?
You're like, that was a pretty simple.
Yeah, it looked just like this play, and it looked just like this play.
Like, that's 6, that's 7.
Yeah,
yeah.
They were. Oh yeah, it was fascinating.
Yeah,
to watch their scheme 2 years ago in Lincoln.
That's part of the reason. I think there's a part. I think some people think that's
I wonder
still
what happened
Michigan.
to Mike Hart. Like, where did he end up? Because he left after that year.
He did leave. I don't remember where he ended up.
Man,
I don't remember why he left.
They were so good at that.
Yeah,
it was maddening.
Yeah,
you could fit that thing
perfectly, and you're like, hey, we still.
If you didn't win,
you
you
still had to win your one-on-one.
It's
right?
2nd and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.